connect with like-minded AHK users in our private chat, helping each other out and sparking ideas that make scripting way more fun. Watch real users tackle AHK challenges and share victories. It's motivating and shows the practical power of our group. Why don't you show a couple quick updates for the hotkey lookup, which we got to rename so it's easier. The lookup tool, hotkey string lookup tool. It's very descriptive, but no one can ever pronounce it or remember.
Remember, I never remember what to say.
No.
Me neither.
So this is our hotkey lookup tool, and we have this checkbox here. And I'm working on to fix few bugs. So right now, I have running these two programs. So get active path, this hotkey is hard coded, but Control-Shift-C is through the trigger class. So we know that we are reading it from the trigger class. And then I have programs that are currently running, and I bring them up. So these are our built-in hotkeys, and these are all default hotkeys for Chrome if someone wants to search through them.
But right now you don't have show built-in hotkeys selected.
Yeah. No, these are my running program.
Oh, okay. So if it is running, I thought the show built-in hotkeys has to be selected if we want to be looking at the executables.
Okay, it is showing me the running program, but I think the Chrome is exception for some reason.
Why it would be.
Okay, now it is working fine. So let me restart the tool. I was actually fixing this bug, this weird bug. So it's in our filtering. So right now I have two programs running.
Can I see the filter by program first? Don't click on the checkbox. Right, they're not there. Right. Now, when you click on the checkbox, they should show up on the filters list and the list view as well.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you remove the checkbox, probably you're not removing them. Ah, well, yeah, you are. Okay, so you were fixing the bug, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And actually go back and apply a filter in here. So at the bottom, the status bar, I said, why don't we remind you, hey, there's a filter applied. And also, because I ran into this one when I was recording the what we automated with AutoHotkey. If you type a search text, so go to all, not search for all, yeah. And you type text, you're like, oh, okay. But if you change a filter, it was leaving the text in the search. And I said that, yeah, I had forgotten I had text there, and I ended up it was filtering it. So we made it where when you change this filter by the program, it will clear out that text search, because that's probably our best guess at what you'd want to do.
I would say it's very typical of that happening, yeah.
Yep. And then I didn't like the hotkey legend being there. It just kind of felt weird. So we moved it to like a tooltip with notify. So you get a little better looking thing, but it's not distracting unless you really want it. And Connie pointed out, it's like, oh, did you purposely not include the Windows hotkeys? And I'm like, no, we added that. And then I went and ran it. I'm like, oh, they're not there. So now they're in which is great, because I know a lot of these, but I don't know all of them. So I'm like, for me also, it'll be great to be able to realize, like, oh, I didn't know that Windows K, open the Connect sidebar. Like that's.
Previously it was not detecting hotkeys with the pound sign. Is that fixed?
Well, we're not detecting them. We are setting them, hard coding them.
No, not for if you have a script that has a hotkey pound F in it, it doesn't show up.
Okay, let's double check that.
Create a new script and
pound F.
Well, create a script that has Windows F to go. Well, I use it to launch my find tool. So I override the built. It's one of the few ones you can override, if I remember correctly, because the others are so low level. But that one, for some reason, you can redirect it. And
So pound F, I think, like that.
yep,
Pound message box. Yeah, there you go. Hi.
save it somewhere and run it. Yeah,
So I have to reload that.
No, didn't you make it so that it checks automatically every certain
once
time?
a minute. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have to filter. Okay, it's not getting.
did
You
you
better
save
give
it?
save it and give it a name so we'll know which script it is.
File is not saved. That's why it's not reading it. So I have to save it.
Yeah.
No,
Which by the way, also in Script Maker, you'll notice. Yeah, don't use the pound sign. Is that
Okay.
character? Yeah. When
Just
he
win.
launches it from here, you'll see how right now that's the active tab, but if you click the run from here, it actually changes to where now you know that that thing is running and active.
Now it's not active.
Yeah, but you can tell it's running.
Yes. So I have
Well,
to.
it was run from that program, we should say.
Okay, pound F is there.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
You didn't add a description though.
Yeah.
That's fine. It should pick it up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it should,
don't think
yeah.
it. I think maybe when you added the Windows
What are
back
you
in,
doing?
it
Just
picked
add
it.
Comment.
You could have done it at the end of that line. That was fine.
Yeah, right there. Just put it there.
Yeah, I know, but he could have.
Yeah,
Just-
he added the brackets. He doesn't need to do that.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. I'm just lazy. I don't use those. Cool.
Now, there's can you edit that from there?
Well, you mean can you jump?
Let
Go
me
directly into edit? Yeah.
It was grayed
No,
out.
Okay, open it.
Okay, but it doesn't open at line 4, but that's minor.
Well, yeah, and we do have something we're working on for that.
Yes.
So we'll jump to the row.
If it doesn't, if you can't fix it, just remove that column. Well, maybe it might be useful.
It's good to
If
know
you
when
had
you
a
file script.
Yeah,
it-
if you have a huge file, it's nice to know what line it was.
yeah. So yeah, so this is turning into a very nice cool tool because we have what 60 programs that we also bring in, which I wish all tools were built like VS Code and Studio and stuff, where you can search for your hotkey if you can't find it. It's really annoying that you can't say, well, what is the hotkey to do this thing, right? You have to go navigate in menus usually or Google it or something. But now we can because there was a bunch of stuff in Excel. I was like, oh, I didn't, there's a ton in Excel that I don't know from heart, so I can easily find them and I can filter and search.
Now, how do you how do you disable a key? I mean, what under the process? I know you click on it and tell it to disable, but what do you do to disable it?
Well, so this is funny. Isaiah's laughing because Isaiah and I forget which one of us came up with the idea. We're like, this would be really cool. And then we spent, I think this is like what, 3 years ago, Isaiah? It was a long time ago. We spent hours trying to solve it, right? We're like, well, we could try this, we could try this. And then I forget why, but we had a call for something else with Maestriath. And I'm like, hey, while you're here, we're trying to do this. Do you have any ideas? And he goes, well, why don't you just create a new one? So instead of killing it in the other program, in this program, we create one that just because it's recently launched, it overrides the other one, right?
and it is just a return. It does nothing.
Yeah, but we were so overthinking the approach, but this is why I always say talk to other people, right? Because They don't have the same context in what you're,
But I'm
especially,
going to tell you.
yeah, that's where you're like, when you're talking to an expert, don't tell them how ask them how
No,
they,
but
right.
there was a very specific bias in how it was working because the hotkey key function is not a thing when I started with
Huh,
So when
gotcha.
I started with AutoHotkey, there was no function called hotkey to create a dynamic hotkey. What you have to do is hard code the hotkey on your file and relaunch the whole thing.
Mhm.
Exactly the reason why my AutoHotkey toolkit is two parts. There's one part that manages the hotkeys and hotstrings that I launched separately so that if you modified something, I appended the hotkey that you modified or the hotstring and then relaunched that thing instead of relaunching the whole tool. Because at that time there was no, in my mind, I didn't have the solution. For him, it was just like
You're
key
cutting out.
command.
You're unfortunately you're cutting out. Just FYI.
Well, that's interesting because I asked Copilot how to do it, and that was exactly what he said. The same suggestion.
Wow, cool. Well, and
And
again,
Joe,
we were down a rabbit hole, right? Like I'm
right.
Oh
sure if
yeah.
someone had asked us off fresh, we probably would have thought of it. What were you say this?
And do you do that for all of the hotkeys that you disable,
Yeah.
or
So
just
if we disable one, we
Well,
just use the hotkey command to
which is why
use the
when
return rate.
it tells you, hey, all those that were disabled, they're now active again because we didn't really do anything over there, if that makes sense.
Right.
right? Rather than keep track of which ones you did, you just restart everything.
We could keep track of them, but it was easier like to let you know, hey, look, there's something that they are going to be enabled now because the tool is not running. So
Members enjoy a sweet 25% discount on everything we offer, from in-depth courses to ready-made scripts and pro services. Explore our huge library of 466 plus hours of recorded AHK tutorials. Watch, rewind, and master tricks at your own pace.